A new QB1 for Tennessee. We discussed it today on the show. What's going on, y'all, man? Welcome back to another video, another episode. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We got breaking news, man. QB1 for Tennessee is officially here. But before we get into it, like, comment, and subscribe. Hype up this video and join and become a member today, man. So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Big time news for the Tennessee Vols as they have selected their QB1 and per Pete Nakos. This was revealed in a team meeting today for Tennessee, right? And this is coming off of a scrimmage, which I'll discuss here in just a second. But to me, I think it's the right choice. First time since 2004, I believe Tennessee has started a true freshman at the quarterback position. Yeah, there's going to be bumps. There's going to be bruises. There's going to be ups and downs and things like that. But if you're Tennessee, you had to make this move because Faizon has a way bigger ceiling than George McIntyre. The way he spins the ball, right? The way he can go in and out of his reads, his progressions, the zip, all that stuff is going to make a difference, right? Now, the first couple of games of the year, right, it might be a little bit tough, right? You might have some things like, oh, what is Faison doing? Oh, Faison is not doing this or this. But you know deep down, long term, this is the decision you want to make, right? And he's rode with the redshirt freshman before in Nico Maliaba and had a lot of success doing that, right? So it's the same thing here with Faison. Allow him to take those lumps, take those, you know what I'm saying, those changes, and be able to get better from it, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. So while it is tough, while some may feel like he shouldn't, I think it's a great decision for Tennessee in the season. And now it's August 24th, right? You have about a week and a half before the season begins. And now you know who your starter is going to be. And I think it was well earned. And then basically, guys, it came from the scrimmage, right? There was a big time scrimmage this weekend, and that pretty much sealed the fate of who was going to be the starter, right? Here's the notes from Logan Laval. It says, Faison Sean, GMAC had a bad day. Defense won the day, right? So that's a good telltale sign with all of the injuries. One second, guys. That's a good telltale sign with all of the injuries Tennessee has had recently here with obviously their core, right? When you think about Idris Farouk being out for the year, Jadaeus Hurd, right, being out for the year, Jaden Harmon being out for the year, basically defensive line being called out by, Rodney Gardner for the inconsistencies there, right? And obviously the whole Chaz Coleman situation, right? There's so many things we can look at defensively of why this team may not or may be average or may not be good, right? New defensive coordinator. Like, we don't know what this defense is going to look like, but a good sign is a pretty prolific offense led by Tennessee and Coach Heupel. They pretty much stifled them, a lot of the day. But when Faison was out there, they was able to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? They was able to make those changes and be able to make the plays necessary. So those are positive signs to me that even with adversity or even through tough times, he's going to be able to lead you to where you want to go and lead you to what you need and want to obviously do. I think that pretty much sealed it. You know what I'm saying? I just think George McIntyre not having a good day, struggling against the defense that was going crazy, that was ready to go, pretty much sealed the fate for the starter, man. So now as you move forward for Tennessee and you look at this slate a little bit of what their win-loss record could be, you know, I think we're sitting in a situation where I think the toughest game to start his career will definitely be, obviously against Georgia Tech, right? Because that's on the road, ESPN, 7 p.m. Like, to me, I don't think it gets much bigger than that. Obviously for Faizon Brandon, right? And then you got a cupcake game against Kennesaw State, no disrespect. And then you got obviously Texas. So those two games, the 2 out of 4, will be very tough. If you can come out of that, if you're Tennessee and going 3-1, you feel pretty good about where you're at and where you're going to be at, right? Then it gets tougher with Auburn, Arkansas, Alabama. So I say through the first 4 games of the season, but you can go 3-1. I wouldn't say split because you want to go to playoffs. If you can go 3-1 in those first few games with Faison, you feel pretty good about where you're at, right? Now, obviously, you have to pick up wins against Auburn, Arkansas, Alabama, and those things, but those are games I would definitely circle for Tennessee. Not an easy schedule, not easy schedule, but that first 4 will be very important because it's first quarter of the season. So I'll be interested to see how he responds to some of those big matchups against Tech, even though you're not ranked, and obviously against Texas at home, which will be a major matchup for Tennessee. So the first quarter seasons I talked about very important for Tennessee. Be interesting to see kind of how they come out, how they go, how they manage things. You know what I'm saying? But going back to Faizon, I think it's big for him because he's going to get these reps early, right? And now, if you look at your Tennessee, you have a cornerstone player for years to come, right? You have a cornerstone player that you can rely on, that you can depend on, that's going to be able to kind of, I don't want to say uplift the program or franchise, but get this program to where they want to go, right? Which is back in national championship conversation and contention. It's Tennessee. It's naturally going to be there already, but you want to get back there. And now you look at the accumulation of talent he's going to have, right? Like TK Keys for the next few years. He'll still have Travis Smith Jr. there, obviously, of course, right? He'll have David Gabriel Georges as another player, right? So the talent he's going to have for years to come is going to be special. David Sanders will still be on that offensive line for at least a year with Faizon. So he's going to have everything he needs to be special. And they're already recruiting at a high level defensively as well. So, I mean, this Tennessee squad, you look at how it's developing, you look at the guys they're bringing in. I think this team could be good for years to come if things go right, if they have a big year this year. But all the talent that Faizon needs to be successful is there, right? And he'll be able to have more experience when those guys come in. He's going to know what to do, know his reads, know the timing, know the coverages, and he's only going to get better. Right now, the first year, like I said, you got to take it with a grain of salt, right? This might be an 8-4, 9-3 year. That's still successful with a true freshman quarterback, in my humble opinion, right? I don't expect the team to go win 10 games with a tough schedule with Texas A&M, LSU, Auburn, Arkansas, Texas, all on the schedule, right? But he will be able to get that experience early, right? And the test is going to be, like I said, against Georgia Tech. On a roll, I think Georgia Tech's an improved team. Going in there, Bobby Dodd Stadium, 7 p.m., lights are on you, on ESPN. How do you respond, right? That's the big question. And then when they hit adversity, you might hit adversity in some of these games. How do you respond if you Faizon, right? So I think for Tennessee, Coach Heupel made the right decision. You got your guy for the next 3 to 4 years, in my opinion. And you got a guy, I think, that's very disciplined and poised. And it showed you with even through adversity in scrimmages and practices, he's going to make the plays necessary in order to lead the team to victory and to do what they need to do. So, outstanding decision. Great job by, obviously, Faizon Brandon in the scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? To get this team right, get them ready to go. And now he's officially the starter, man. So, I say that was great recruitment, getting him as a 5-star coming out of high school. And now you got your guy, I think, for the foreseeable future. You know what I'm saying? And if you're Tennessee, like, this is a fan base that's not going to turn on you, right? They ROD, bro. They ride or die. They only turn on you when you do foul stuff, like what Lane Kiffin did, Amaliava did, you know. But this fan base is very rabid. This fan base is very into it. So if you deliver and you do what you do, man, you'll be forever enshrined as a Tennessee legend. I think the same for David Gabriel Georges when he gets on campus. Those are the things they do. They love to ingratiate themselves. They love to love their players. And the players love them back, even better, in my humble opinion. So, major get for Tennessee. Sorry, y'all. Know what's going on with my throat. Sorry. But yeah, major for Tennessee. I think they made the right decision. And now they get a quarterback that's going to get major experience moving forward and should be able to lead them to major victories this upcoming year. And they should be a very fun, exciting team to watch. There are veterans there. There are young guys, but it's a nice blend of everything. And I feel like they know they have the guy that can lead them to where they want to go this upcoming year. So don't be surprised if they go 8-4, 9-3 with a true freshman quarterback. And he kind of like steals the headlines. And he's the guy that's everybody's talking about next year as one of the top quarterbacks in college football. He has that type of a ceiling, and he could have that type of a freshman year this year. So we're going to see how he handles it. We're going to see how he responds to adversity and see what he's going to be able to do with Coach Heupel and his Tennessee team. But that's going to be it for today's quick show, man. That's going to get my thoughts on this major breaking news for Tennessee. I think they made the right decision, and now at the end, they're going to be much better for it. But y'all know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video, man, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And always remember, it's peace and blessings.